So what do I think is causing the Mandela effect? It's got to be having to do something with some type of spiritual awakening is the best conclusion that I could come up with. There's nothing more compelling than that as an answer to it, because if it is CERN going back in time or opening up portals or whatever these other theories are, then maybe there's some truth to that. We don't know. We do know what we see. We do see the differences in our memories, collective memories, which is the messed up part. And I think that's what most people miss about the whole phenomenon, is the fact that it's a collective memory. You know, it's not like we're all remembering magic mirrors with an S, or man, that's a cool mirror, yeah, on the wall, like us Cajun would say. No, it's like we remember Mirror, Mirror. I mean, Highly Suspect just come out with a song called Mirror, Mirror. There's a reason that it resonates so much with us, because that's our memory. You cannot tell me that it's not my memory. You can't say I confabulated it, because if I confabulated the same thing as everybody else, then, well, hell, that means then I just confabulated that I drive a Porsche. But look, it's not a Porsche, this is a Chevrolet that I'm driving. Come on now. I mean, I knew when I got in this truck that it was a Chevrolet. Now, 5 minutes from now, if it turns into a Porsche, that would be some badass shit. That would get the 6 o'clock news. But no, that's not the case. This is people trying to argue the fact that, oh no, you're misremembering. Well, how in the heck do you think a misremembrance is something the same as somebody else? That leads credence to something else. There's no way that you are gonna convince me otherwise. You're not gonna just blow it off like, oh God, you're crazy. No, I'm not crazy. The people that are making this content and putting it out on YouTube, we're curious. We're not crazy. We just want to know what the heck is going on, you know? We don't see this as like a spiritual awakening that's gonna scare us to doomsday, doom and gloom in the times, even though some people are saying it. I think more along the lines that it's not the end of times, it's the end of the times as we knew, you know? I mean, I've never been one for the Bible, and like I said in my first video, that's what kind of blew my mind about YouTube, because when I was growing up, I'm an older guy, man, I'm 40, but anyway, when I was younger and YouTube was in its infancy, there wasn't channels that I would watch. And I'm not saying I'm not the majority of people. There's other people that would watch it. Channels was kind of a recent thing for us, you know? I mean, the point I'm trying to make is whenever I would watch all these videos that I used to watch, I noticed a lot of them leaning towards, you know, God and spirituality and this and that. And man, I've always been a spiritual person, but not a religious person at all. I'm still not religious because I do not agree with religion. I agree with the fact that it's good for people to talk about the Bible and have something to talk about, but to say that everything is perfect in every religion is a fallacy. I mean, there's no way you could tell me that the Catholics or the Christians have it right and the Buddhists are wrong, or the, you know, the Taoists or whoever, you know, the Muslims even. They all have their own idea. Now that's a great and powerful thing, which is why most people, you know, subscribe to it. And it's cool that you could get so much meaning from the Bible, and it's cool that you could love God and all this stuff so much that it becomes your life. But to me, it's not really a cop-out, but it's kind of like, you, like George Carlin said, you're putting yourself in a box. You know, if you believe Christianity, then that's your box. You're not going to want to look outside that box. Well, I don't completely agree with everything that I'm saying even, but for the most part, that got me away. I'm getting off of the subject. That got me away from YouTube for a little minute, because every freaking channel that was coming up, everybody was talking about religion, everybody was talking about the Bible, end times prophecy, this and that. And it came to a point where I had to make the decision whether to stop watching the channels that was releasing the content that I like because of the whole religious thing, or just, you know, put up with it. So that's what I did, and let's fast forward a little bit. Now I'm really leaning towards the Christians got something right. They're doing something legit, you know. I mean, the whole prophecy in it and all this stuff, I mean, that's pretty spot on, and I don't see how I could deny that anymore. So right now, you know, I listen to Photo Helix and other guys that put out like Awakened Saint that really put the Christian spin onto it, and it's a good thing. I really do like it, I should say. It's for the lack of better words. But it's not everything. And like I said, what's causing it? A spiritual awakening. It's making us realize that there is something more. This whole new age nonsense, transhumanism that they're trying to push, this whole agenda that these, you know, so-called elites or whatever, I mean, we can't stop it. No matter how much we try, we just got to accept it, you know. It's kind of like the bully in the schoolyard. Everybody knows he's a bully, but what good is just going to beat him up, you know? And it's really not going to do any good. It's only going to, you know, make you that bully. So it's really, it's a paradox. You can't really fix that fact. So what's causing it? Why are we awakening? What is making reality shift? What is really doing this? That's what we need to talk about. We don't need to talk about how it's happening. It's why it's happening. I mean, I think that's important, that it is happening, but why is it happening? Why are so few people so passionate about it is my question, you know? And that's where I want to go with my channel, is the why. Why us? Why me? Why am I that much of an addictive personality that I have to really watch everything on it? Or is it God trying to tell me that, you know, wake up, wake up. This is your sign, you know, the signs in the heavens, whatever, you know. I can't quote scripture, and I'm not even going to try. So that's it, you know. We are awakening to something grand, and we see it, which is a good thing. It's really a good thing. I think a lot of people have lost sight of that a lot of the religions have come into this, you know, this whole, like, I was raised Catholic, just, you know, you go in, you stand up, you kneel down, you stand. I mean, it's just this system of you're in and out. You don't really appreciate the word. And that's the kind of scary part, is the fact that the word in the Bible is changing, you know, like the whole Our Father who art in heaven, you know. That prayer, I've said thousands of times in my life. I have never heard debt and debtors. When I talked to my brother about it, which he's very skeptical of the Mandela effect, which most people are, he was like, oh yeah, just different translations. Well, I mean, you could watch the videos where they debunk that how could you say debtors when in Matthew or whatever it says, and I'm butchering, I'm gonna just stop. But anyway, that is what's important, is the fact that it's happening and we are a part of it. It's for us to share this information. We need to be the messenger, and the message I'm trying to send to people is, wake up, people. This stuff is happening. Whether you're scared about it or you just don't care about it, it's happening right now. It's probably happened the whole time, but now with our technology that we have a platform huger than any other person on this planet's ever had in time. There's no way you could tell me that we don't have power right now. Right now we have so much power, it's sickening. I don't care if YouTube throws me away in an algorithm and never lets this content reach masses. That's fine. It probably will not. but it can. And the only way it will happen is by us doing it. It's by us sharing it and telling people about Philippe Huval's channel and telling people about the Photo Helixes and all these other channels that are out there putting this content. I mean, that's what we need to do. We need to get together and viva la revolution, you know? I mean, come on, man. This is a revolution. I don't care what people say. We're not rising up with our pitchforks and going to Washington, D.C. No, we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to try to wake up people at their own time. And I hope somebody watches this and sees that it's now or never. You know, this is the time that we need to make a change. We are never going to move on to this next level if we don't make a change. And the change is up to us. It's not going to happen without us. So share. That's all I can say. I mean, if you like what I'm talking about, watch another video. I mean, leave a comment. I think everybody says that in their videos, and as I make videos, I won't say it every video, but I'm going to say it right now to prove a point. These comments that we leave, this is our platform, and everybody needs to get on. This is our soapbox. I want to yell from my soapbox and bring it to the streets, but in all honesty and true fairness to my family, it's not right. I think if we awaken a few people at a time, very incrementally, we can make a big difference. We can make a big change in this world, and that's what we're seeing. Is we're seeing a change, and we need to be part of this change. So, you know, later.